Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 and Evolution. Good stuff here today. It's maybe my favorite map in all of Brood War, but it's in StarCraft Evolution today in a TVZ featuring Shin and ByuN. Top side of Death Valley, I am happy to say that it is Shin extractor tricking, and on the bottom side it is ByuN. So why is this great? Because there are destructible assimilator gates. When both are alive, all ground units can pass through. When one is destroyed, only the small ground units can pass through, workers and some combat units on the ground. When both are destroyed, the choke is closed off, turning the area behind it into an island. Okay, so that's a concept from Brood War they brought into StarCraft Evolution. So right here, yes, both of these assimilators, they're Brood War assimilators. So right now, every single ground unit can get through here. No questions asked, but once one of them is done, it seals it up a little bit tighter, and small units can get through, and when both are dead, you are on an island. And that is bad, because on an island, you can't get an expansion without going for drops, which delays your expansion here. So, Shin hatch firsting on Death Valley, just in case the Terran comes over and tries to destroy both of these assimilators. You do have a backdoor to your base as well. There's a mineral wall here you can mine through to get an expansion if you want, or you can mine through this as your enemy and get up into your main base without having to go through the front door. Same thing over here as well. It's a two-player map. There are places to expand over here. But again, by destroying the assimilators, you create an island that you cannot get to the other side of the map without drops here. So we'll see if that comes into play. Is that a CC first? Dude, ByuN CC firsting with a 2 racks follow-up? Interesting build here from ByuN. The drone says, hey, that's an early expansion, isn't it? And yes, indeed it is. Early expo here. Barracks isn't done yet. Not even close. So yeah, CC first. He's like, I need stuff out here because, again, if Lings show up and destroy both of these assimilators and I can't stop them, I am in a lot of trouble. But again, Reapers can handle that. It's a 3 racks follow-up as well. So Shin's like, all right, we're fully scouting you. We should be okay with this. Did we mineral glitch? No, we got through the mineral wall by mining these minerals, and it's a third hatch down back here. So the only way we can get back here, if you're ByuN, you can drop, or you can mine through your own mineral wall. Did we glitch? Hang on a second. I think we glitched through. No, we mined through on that rich mineral field. Okay, fair enough. We mined through. Bam, now it's open. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Oh, there we go. There's the rich mineral field there. Fair enough. All right. So, again, TVZ, fully scouted. We've got 3 racks coming up off of a command center first. We're taking gas here at 147. We've got gas being taken now. Spawning pool on the way for the Zerg player. But, again, 3 hatch versus a CC first. But a little bit of a twist here. 3 racks follow-up. They're talking to each other in Korean. If somebody speaks Korean, let me know, and I'll put your translation as a pin at the top of the comments. As always, we got a bunker coming up for defense against your 3 hatch before pool, basically. All right, I guess. Just playing it safe here with a 3 racks ByuN. So we've got Marines being produced, as always, when there's a late gas and there's 3 racks. Marines, 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 Marines. And by destroying these 2 assimilators at this point, just means you can't get reinforcements from the main base down to your natural base. Right? Because, bam, it's locked up. So we'll see what the plan is here from ByuN, dude. He's loading up the bunker. He's making nothing but Marines. Is there going to be... There's the Academy. All right. So again, it is a Brood War Terran player versus a StarCraft 2 Zerg, which I didn't say, but, you know, based on the skins here, based on the size of the SCVs, you knew it was a StarCraft Terran. So there's the Academy. We're working on upgrades for these Marines. Maybe a couple of medics here as well. Shin, maybe into Banelings, right? What are we doing right now? We're just making drones. We're making drones. We're making a couple Lings. Metabolic boost is on the way, but we are just droning up to what? I want to say drone up to maybe 35, and then because of the 3 racks, just you need to make Lings. You need to make Banes. There's the Baneling nest. Okay, so Baneling nest here from Shin. Not quite saturating the 3rd base a lot here, but again, it's a 3 racks follow-up. Alarm bells everywhere. So are we going to push out with medics and Marines? I think we should. Army value, 32. Nope, 15 to 15. There we go. A spine would help as well. These queens can also defend against Marines and medics. So we got speedlings. We have a scan here saying, okay, we see the baneling nest. But can we get there before baneling nest is done? I don't think we can. But maybe get there before banelings are ready. Right? Waiting for the baneling nest to finish up. Here is Ragnarok. It's done. Banelings right there. Hopefully trying to dodge the scan that will surely show up here with the ComSat scanner. And yeah, we've got fire bats as well. Okay, so fire bats. We haven't seen fire bats in an EVO game in a while on this channel. I love the animation of fire bats in StarCraft Evolution. It is a good one. It is a great one, in fact. So I did rewind the cast here. So why is this one the only one that has Samwise Didier's face on it? This should have it as well. Should be replacing that, but nope. All right, we got Lings, we got Banes. We have speed for the Banes? No, because we don't have a Lair. Lair is not even on the way. There we go. Lair getting started now at 441. Got +1 attack on the engineering bay here from ByuN, and we're moving out, scanning, checking for Lings, checking for Banes, especially burrowed Banes. That can really wreck you up there. +1 attack, range. Ling says, okay, you're moving out. Very good. We got Queens. We've got creep spread. We've got speed bonus on the creep, as always, in StarCraft 2. And yeah, did I mention this is a Patreon game for those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month. Appreciate you for supporting me out there. Really do love you. I know the StarCraft 2, the views are down. Subscriber count is kind of slowing down, but I'm continuing to make StarCraft 2 because I love it. I like it so much, and I will always love it. So here we go. Brood War coming up here. Brood War Terran with fire bats. Look at this. Look at this. No, get an attack done. And yeah, flamethrower in it. We got slow Banes. We're splitting against them. ByuN knows how to split against those Banelings, but fire bats cleaning it up. Yo-ho-ho. Like I said, I love that animation for fire bats. It is so bright. It is so cheery, but we did push it back. Shin's like, all right, we're good. We're good. We pushed it back. Lair is finished. Centrifugal hooks on the way. Speed Banelings are even better than Banelings, as you all know, against Terran especially. So, check it out. Factory, Starport, maybe for drops, right? I don't think we're going to go into Wraiths at this stage of the game because Queen Anti-Air is so good. Wraiths are bad against StarCraft 2 Zerg. Man, imagine if Brood War had Queens like this, dude. Wraiths would never show up, but Wraiths are pretty popular in the meta here, in TVZ, in Brood War. The TVZ meta is such in flux in Brood War right now. It is just, you never know what you're going to get when you load up a TVZ in Brood War in 2026. So, mining out this wall for a third base back here. We've got a Rich Vespine Geyser here at this base if you want to take it, Shin. But nope, back the left side, a little bit further away from the Terran player, but he is opening up his back wall. A couple more trips here, and it's going to be open. I don't know why he doesn't mine this out. Maybe he doesn't know it's just one trip for this rich mineral field. 7 Marines at a time being produced. Just nothing but Marines, dude. Check it out, dude. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 racks. We do have a siege tank. We do have siege mode on the way. Science vessel in production. I love that. Is a radiate being researched? Where's the science facility? Not blinking, so irradiate is not being researched. Infestation pit on the way. Speed for the Banelings is done. We have Hydras. We have Hydra, Ling, Bane. A good answer to Terran if there are not too many siege tanks. So, meta, right? Meta Hydra, Hydra meta in both Brood War and StarCraft 2 is pretty much the same thing against Terran. Bam, Overlord Snipe. Supply blocking? No, but it's 122 to 94 supply. Income advantage, heavily favoring Shin, but Zelnaga Watchtower being taken by the Terran player, but there was a Ling there, so he knows the push is coming from this direction. We got creep spread just in case a little attack comes from here, right? Maybe a couple siege tanks on their own. I don't feel good about that. And ByuN's like, yeah, no, let's turn around. Let's turn around. Hive on the way. Hydra, Ling, and Bane. I love saying that because it knows the Zerg player is very, very comfortable with that strategy. Third base coming up. Protecting it with this. And yeah, creep spreading like crazy here. We're going to reach all the way down to the natural base. Scanning, seeing the Hydroling Bane. Shin's like, fair enough, dude. You know what this is all about. 68 to 65 army supply. And science vessel here. Keeping away from the Hydras. Even more powerful, I feel like, with attack anyway, than the Brood War Hydras. Siege tanks on the high ground. Taking the Zelnaga Watchtower. No sign of more tanks coming in. We do have 2 science vessels, though. I think that means Irradiate is done, right? A little bit of a Ling counterattack into the third base. Pausing construction on the third base, taking down a couple SCVs, 4 SCVs. Going down. Yo, I like it. Losing a couple Lings for the 4 SCVs and a pause on the construction of the third base. I like it. That was a fair trade. So, we've got Vipers on the way. Hive is now done, obviously. 2-2 on the way. Do we have Adrenal in production? Like I always say, Adrenal is the most important upgrade that people forget most often. There's Irradiate in production, so Irradiate isn't done. So a little bit of a Ling counterattack here. Ultralisk Cavern in production too. We scan, we see the Lings saying, all right. Run away from the Marines. Siege tank shot. Lings trailing fire. There's the Adrenal getting started. Okay, so Irradiate's a little bit later than I wanted it to. Also Adrenal a little bit later than I wanted it to. I think that evens out in this TVZ, making 10 Banelings. Again, speed is done. 1-1 is done for these Banelings. A little bit tankier than usual. And 2-2 will help even more. We do have 1-1 for the Marines. 2-2 in production. As you would expect. Scanning. Siege tank support here. Taking a base here is Shin. Dude. ByuN is a little bit late, I think, to this party. I think Shin is going to crush this attack, and I think ByuN is in a lot of trouble. So here we go, and here's the Hydroling Bane responding as they should. Yeah, it's like, dude, come on. But evacuating the drones here. All right. Queen's getting roasted up. What are we waiting for? You can't wait. And, counterattack into the natural. Getting a lot of damage. 15, 16 SCVs die. And here we are. Blinding Cloud. Disrupting those siege tanks. Stopping the tanks from firing. Nah, not getting that siege tank there, though. But, dude, natural base of ByuN is a war zone. It is an apocalypse at this stage. Adrenal's not even done on these Lings. 2-2's not even done on these Lings. I guess +2 armor is maybe done, but hang on a second. Taking down this hatch. Boxer maneuvering the Queens. What a crazy play there. Irradiating your own science vessel, so it does damage to ground and air targets. But yeah, 145 to 109 supply. Losing this base, Shin could afford to lose it and not afford to lose that many SCVs, dude. It is 78 to 38 workers. I'm not even going to tell you who's ahead, because you know. Ultralisks in production. We've got siege tank upgrades on the way here, too. I think that's what that is. Look at these Ultras trundling out. That is a Heart of the Swarm Collector's Edition skin, I think, on those Ultras. Maybe not. It's a little bit different. Anyway, siege tank getting sniped. Hiding with these Marines. Irradiating an Ultralisk. Look at that irradiate. 30-bit Ultralisk green. I like it. But yeah, just... okay. This is pretty much it here. Ultralisk down. We've got upgrades on the way for, I guess, the Mutalisks that we don't have at this stage of the game for some reason. Why is there +1 Muta attack coming in? That is a great question, isn't it? So, natural base getting resaturated. 7 SCVs here. 44 to 80 workers. This base taken, like I said. And Cracklings with 2-2. Very scary. But Firebats are a pretty good answer to them, right? So look at this high ground position for siege tanks. That's why the Vespene gas is a little bit risky to take. Trying to take it down. Queens versus tank. What a weird combination. Yeah, we have Queens at the front. We are transfusing the Ultralisk with the Queens that are on creep as they need to be. Ultralisk here has yellow health. Stimming, transfusing the Queens. And bam, attack done. 131 to 82 supply, saving the rich Vespene gas base. Replacing down the left side here too. Scanning, seeing it. We have 3 bases here from ByuN, but dude, just not enough pressure. Not enough pressure here from ByuN with the 3 racks opening too. I could have sworn that he would show up a little bit earlier, but man, he waited. He waited for a long time before his first attack, and that's not good against any Zerg player, right? Any Zerg player, leave them alone effectively for 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and they're going to be happy campers. Into the third base and 2-2 Cracklings, and that's it. Bam! Shin gets the win. ByuN gets taken down here in this Patreon cast at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Whoo! Awesome stuff. Like, really, really, really good stuff here today. That was, we're talking about a great game from Shin. He scanned, he scouted, especially scouting the early 3 racks with the command center first. He's like, all right, so I have a little bit of time, so let's do 3 hatch, but then I need to be prepared for an early attack. And he was prepared. He had lings, he had banelings. And then it's like, oh, we're not attacking ByuN? Okay, fair enough. I don't exactly know why that's the case, but fair enough, dude. So let's go ahead and expand myself down this left side to a 4th base, expand over here, and then, yeah, we can lose this base. We can afford to lose it. Got to pause on your 3rd base. And then while this attack is happening, we lose this base, but due to another counterattack into the natural base, and suddenly 17 SCVs died, and he couldn't recover. Could not recover at all. So, bad times. Just really, really, really bad times. Army size here, a little bit too close for comfort here from ByuN. I would say Shin ahead way more often than you'd want him to. Again, income advantage tab showing what you don't want to see if you are a Terran player. And I don't think anything touched the main base. Nothing really touched the natural either. This base died, but again, Shin doesn't care about that. Resources lost, 1,500 to 1,200. Ragnarok lost more, but again, I don't think he cares. I don't think he does. So, good stuff there, as always, from Shin. Great play, great macro. Great micro as well. And again, Queens, the anti-air here is so good against science vessels, right? StarCraft Brood War Zerg players would love to have Queens against those science vessels, dude. Just the damage, just the range, incredible stuff. Firebats were here. Firebats are good against cracklings, especially, but if they aren't here, then that's about it. So, all right, that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Evolution. And in the StarCraft 2, you can go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.